Hi, second grade, it's Misty Wolf, and I'll be your distance learning teacher today. Today we're working on week 6, lesson 26. Let's get started. We're going to read the word another. This word is another. Read with me, another. Read the word with me again, another. When you see this word, you will say another. Take turns reading this word with your partner. If I'm your partner, another. Wave at your partner if each of you read another correctly. Inside. We're going to read the word inside. This word is inside. Read the word with me, inside. Read the word with me again, inside. When you see this word, you will say inside. Take turns reading this word with your partner, inside. Piece your partner if each of you read inside correctly. We're going to read the word isn't. This word is isn't. Read it with me, isn't. Read the word with me again, isn't. When you see this word, you will say isn't. Take turns reading this word with your partner, isn't. Wave at your partner if you both read isn't correctly. We're going to read the word process. This word is process. Read it with me, process. Read the word with me again, process. When you see this word, you will say process. Take turns reading this word with your partner. If I'm your partner, process. Wave at your partner if each of you read process correctly. We're going to read the word similar. This word is similar. Read with me, similar. Read with me again, similar. When you see this word, you will say similar. Take turns reading with your partner, similar. Wave at your partner if each of you read similar correctly. Usually. We're going to read the word usually. This word is usually. Read the word with me, usually. Read the word with me again, usually. When you see this word, you will say usually. Take turns reading the word with your partner, usually. Wave at your partner if each of you read usually correctly. We're going to read the word your. This word is your. Read with me, your. Read with me again, your. When you see this word, you will say your. Take turns reading this word with your partner, your. Wave at your partner if each of you read your correctly. Come on, second grade, let's keep on going. Now for our daily lesson. Now let's read the poem line by line. Open up your ears to find the rhyme. When we read together, we sound great. Listen up to the rhymes we make. Our learning target is I can read a poem and identify the schwa sound using the spelling A. Let's do our first read of the poem, Come Along. Come along to the zoo. There's so much to see. Things to amaze. I know you'll agree. What comes from China with black and white fur? A panda, you say? Oh yes, that's for sure. Across the way we can see lions awake. They look so regal over there by the lake. And who's from the tundra, where it always stays cold? That baby white polar bear who is just 1 year old. The otters do not like to play all alone. They're swimming around and under that stone. So many animals and so much to see. Come along to the zoo. Come along with me. Now for the second reading of our poem, Come Along. This time, we want to find all the words that have the ending schwa. So let's begin. Come along to the zoo. There's so much to see. Things to amaze. I know you'll agree. What comes from China There we go. There's one that ends with that sound. With black and white fur, a panda. I hear it again in panda, so we are going to highlight it. You see, oh yes, that's for sure. Across the way, we can see lions awake. They look so regal, I hear it, over there by the lake. And who's from the tundra? There we hear it again, where it always stays cold. That baby white polar bear who is just 1 year old. The otters do not like to play all alone. They're swimming around and under that stone. So many animals and so much to see. Come along to the zoo. Come along with me. Good job. You found all the ending schwas. Let's read them together. China, panda, tundra, regal. Great job. And now for our last reading of the poem, Come Along. We are looking for the beginning schwa or sounds. They're all going to begin with the letter A. Let's read these words before we begin so we know what to look for. Along, amaze, agree, across, awake, alone, around. Now let's see if we can locate them in the text. Our poem is called Come Along. I think we already found one. Along. Come along to the zoo. There's so much to see, things to amaze. I know you'll agree. What comes from China with black and white fur? A panda, you say? Oh yes, that's for sure. Across the way, we can see lions awake. They look so regal over there by the lake. And who's from the tundra, where it is always stays cold? That baby white polar bear, who was just 1 year old. The otters do not like to play all alone. What? You say I forgot one? Always? Okay, I need to go back and highlight always. Good job, class, for noticing. They're swimming around and under that stone. So many animals and so much to see. Come along to the zoo. Come along with me. Can you take a closer look, a closer look, a closer look? Can you take a closer look at some words today? Now your turn. Yes, we'll take a closer look, a closer look, a closer look. Yes, we'll take a closer look at the words today. Work time learning targets. I can group the beginning and end schwa sound using the A spelling. Now it's time to play words rule. We have to find the words that have the beginning schwa sound or the ending schwa sound. Let's do one together, and then you can work on your list on your own. Along. Long. I hear it as a beginning schwa sound, so I would put it into this column. Now I want you to pause the video and do the rest on your own. Here are the answers. I hope you did well. In fact, I know you did well. Hi, second grade. Now it's time for our student activity. All you have to do is go to page 35 in your distance learning packet and you can follow right along with my lesson. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to practice what we've learned. It's time to go to work. Work time learning targets. I can correctly read, write, and group schwa words written with an A. This is student activity 26. You need the sentence builders, Schwa words spelt with an A, and your word list for sentence builders. All you have to do is choose a word from the word list for sentence builders to build sentences with the Schwa word spelt with an A. Let's do the first part together. You should blank the meeting after school. You should around, Eva, finally, away, alone, agree, pizza, extra, attend. You should attend the meeting after school. Then you would write it here in the blank. You go ahead and do the rest on your own. All right, second grade, it's time to reflect on our learning so far. Are you doing your best to grow and flourish as a reader and a writer? You are! Great job! I'm so proud of you. Let's keep going. Thank you for learning with me today, second grade. I look forward to teaching you soon. But be mindful that you need to be reading 20 minutes a night and completing the reading log entry. This will help you become a better reader every single day. And don't forget to practice your high frequency words using the word list in your packet.